It's me, Verlyndoula. I've been begging my husband to do this for months and we have free time now, so let's see if this works. As a doula, one of my key aims is to reintegrate men or encourage them to be a part of the birth experience from the beginning to the end. And I am hoping that with my husband being the first guy that I'm interviewing, I hope it can encourage men to understand how important their role is in the birth experience. In our society, Caribbean men face a lot of odds, and we see it come into play in our family structures. And one thing that I hope to do is to reintegrate them into pregnancy, labor, and birth, because I believe that it is very important to how they parent and how our family systems function. So, I'm done talking. My husband is here, okay? Bye. Hi, Keon. Thank you for doing this interview with me. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am somewhat a self-employed entrepreneur, I like to call myself. I do a little bit of everything. I try to do a little bit of everything, but I'm trying to focus myself now on one thing, which is heavy equipment. And I work at a restaurant, chef, and part owner of the restaurant.
What restaurant?
Palm Grove Bar and Grill in Anguilla.
What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal out of the whole menu are the ribs.
Can you tell me one great thing about your partner?
She's very self-determined. She is driven by her ambitions. She always has to get it done.
How does that affect your relationship?
It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I'm a more let's do it tomorrow type of person. We'll do it later. She wants to get it done now.
How would you describe your birth experience with your kids?
Well, my first child I was born, Taylor, I didn't get to experience her birth. I got to experience the pregnancy though. I was there with mama right up until the last little bit. And Linda, her mother, had to step in for me because I couldn't make it because of passport issues. But that night...
So she did not give birth in Anguilla?
No, she did not. She went to New York to have the baby, which we felt was, I personally, because of past history with my brother and other family members with problems in Anguilla, I wasn't too confident in having my wife having our first child in Anguilla.
Okay. How would you describe her first pregnancy?
Her first pregnancy went well to me. It was a lot of fun in terms of seeing how she reacts, seeing how her body changes and how she reacts to her body changes, and playing with her belly, rubbing. Me, I'm a touchy person, so I like to rub her belly, play with her belly button, and listen to the baby. Put my head next to the belly and listen to the baby.
Nice. What is something you wish you knew before her giving birth the first time?
Nothing really. It's my first experience, so we had no mistakes, we had no bad problems, so that I would say, okay, well, I needed to know this or know that. And being along a lot of pregnancies, you kind of had an idea of what to do, but you didn't know how to feel.
How would you compare the first pregnancy to the second pregnancy?
The second pregnancy was, I would say, a little bit different because we were, I would say, a little more experienced now in terms of how to deal with mom and how to get around and how to move, get everything in place. Well, when babies come in, we need this, we need that, we need to have this in place, we need to have that in place. So we're a little more experienced in terms of what to do when the baby comes.
Can you describe the birth itself? Like, what do you remember about, the actual pushing part?
Okay, well, really relaxed because mom was relaxed. And the nurses were really relaxed. So once the people around you are very calm and very relaxed, it eases the tension. Because mom was listening to music, she was dancing, then she started complaining about the cramps, and then she didn't really moan and groan like how some moms. But then it comes down to the nurse's professionalism also. And mom couldn't take the pain anymore. They sent me out of the room. They gave her the epidural. And I think it was 20 minutes I was back in the room. She was lying down and the epidural was starting to take its effect. And after a while, she just started to get calm and relaxed, and she could feel her cervix opening. It's just getting heavy, and she said that she can feel it down in her bottom. So, the experience for me was just to make sure she's calm, rub her eyebrows, play with her hair, hold her hand. And
do you remember the actual birth part?
Yes, I do. It was very scary for me to actually see the baby coming out, and it happened too quick for me actually, because it happened so fast. I didn't really get to process while holding her hand, while making sure she's okay and making sure the baby. So the most scariest part for me was when the baby's head crowned and the nurse said, come and look. And I walked around. One of the nurses said, come and look. So I walked around and I saw the baby's head coming out. And the nurse put her fingers inside around the baby's head to help the baby ease the way for the baby to come out. That was when I saw the baby's head pointing out and it was all deformed. It was very nerve-wracking for me because I looked up at all the nurses to see if everything was okay, and they were completely calm and they were like, okay, well, this is normal. So then I started to calm down again, and she put her fingers around the baby's head and pulled and turned down the side, and the shoulders came out, and then he just came out.
Right.
And it happened in about 30 seconds, half a minute. All that has happened. Bam.
So now that you have had 2 children, you probably understand pregnancy and birth a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to Caribbean dads, specifically Caribbean dads, when it comes to being involved in the experience?
Caribbean dads. Well, for me personally, I felt an obligation to make sure mom is happy, make sure mom is calm, make sure she's not stressed, make sure she doesn't have to worry about a lot of things. Make sure that I am worrying about the stuff that she doesn't have to worry about. Holding the bags, lifting up this, moving that, anything. Open the door for her, whatever she can't do. But the most thing Caribbean dads need to do is to be there for them physically and emotionally, especially on the emotional part. Deal with all the mood swings, deal with everything. Be there for them while the birth's happening, because she's looking for you to be there. I can remember Linda, her mother-in-law. She took a picture of Verlyndoula squeezing her hand, and her fingers were white, and she sent it to me and she said, this is your job. I shouldn't be taking this pain for you. And that I'm so grateful that she was there, because if no one was there with her, it would have been a totally different story. So be there for your partner, whether you're together or not. Don't care what the situation is. She's having your choice. Be there for her. Be there with her. Whether you're married, whether you're don't care what it is. Be there for her and the child.
Thank you. One last question. You basically said be there whether they are together or not. Can you just give me a little more insight on how it is for your relationship after birth, like when you guys are home and settled in? How would you describe going forward into parenthood?
Hard. First couple of days, first couple of weeks, hard. In terms of managing your time that you had before and managing the baby's time. Mom, tired, you gotta get up in the morning, get water for her, you gotta get up in the morning, get this, you gotta get that. So try and organize your bedroom where everything that mom needs for the baby is an arm's reach away from her or from you. Try and ease the pressure off of her now, because she already did all the work.